Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. My name is Dr. Linzi, and I am a naturopathic doctor right here in Iron River. And I specialize in helping people restore their health and revitalize their life. Always a little disclaimer here. Anything discussed is for the purpose of general health support, not intended to treat or cure disease, rather to support overall physiology and optimize overall health. Always be sure to consult with your primary care doc before doing anything. We always like to talk about that. But last week was pretty great. We talked about some self-care and how sometimes that can be looked at as a negative thing or selfish, but how we talked about all the ways that it's not selfish, and that when we are healthy and when we steward our body, mind, and spirit, we can do life so much better. So if you missed that, be sure to tune in or check out the recording that's up on the YouTube channel, Dr. Linzi. Check that out. Definitely want to take a look at that if you struggle with feeling guilty if you try to take care of yourself. And then today, I wanted to talk about something that really matters so much. I had shared on my Facebook about how I was getting back into my rebounder. The little mini trampoline. I had used it all summer and into fall because it fit right on the deck, but we have a pretty tiny little house. And so I couldn't really find a good spot for the rebounder, and we can't do it in the basement because the ceilings are too small. So you don't want to be rebounding in smashing your head on the ceiling. But my wonderful hubby rearranged things. We got it in, and I was so excited, and everybody loved it. They couldn't believe it. And it's so fun, the rebounding, because sometimes we look at exercising and working out and we're like, oh my gosh, I got to do it. And sometimes we just got to make it fun. And I tell you, bouncing on that trampoline is really quite fun. And what's really great is there was a study that showed 10 to 15 minutes on that rebounder is the equivalent of 10,000 steps. So, I mean, how great is that? You just do a little bouncing, put your favorite music on, and you're getting your workout on, which is really great. But then I also had wanted to share about things that we can do, especially as we age, that preserve our lean muscle, support recovery, and build strength, especially when losing weight, because a lot of people are on GLP-1s and losing weight, and they have no understanding of what they need to be doing to preserve their muscle. So I want to talk about that, and so many people think that muscle is all about aesthetics or bodybuilder or intense workouts. But muscle is actually your metabolic health. It's your blood sugar control. It's hormone balance. It's joint stability. It's your longevity. It's independence later in life. So it's one of the most important things that we can do. And the truth is, you don't just build muscle in the gym. You actually build it through recovery. We have to take time to recover, signaling, and consistency. So today I want to share my top 3 things that I personally use and then also clinically recommend to support muscle building, recovery, and preserving that lean muscle mass. So the number one thing that I like to do, and I often encourage patients to do, is the creatine. So that I know a lot of people think creatine is just like bodybuilders are taking that, and that's so not the truth. This is often really misunderstood. So it's one of the actually most researched supplements on the planet, and it's not just for the heavy weightlifting. So when you're taking creatine, it helps your muscle strength and your power. It supports muscle recovery. It preserves that lean mass, especially during weight loss. It improves cellular energy, supports your brain health and cognition and your mood, which a lot of people don't realize that connection. That's actually one of my most favorite things that it helps with is my brain. I'll do all the things to help with my brain. Oh my gosh. And it also helps that muscle stay healthy. And so it's protective. And a lot of people think that timing has to be perfect and all this, but the most important thing with creatine is just consistency. You want to get it in every day. And also, you guys know what I'm going to say next. I bet you can guess. Is that quality matters. You don't want to be going and getting your creatine from Walmart, coming from China, contaminated. A lot of it is cheap, poorly absorbed, and a lot of people get GI upset. They get bloating, discomfort when they're taking a creatine, and that's usually because it's poor quality, it's not absorbing properly, and doesn't have some of the support in there. So the one that I use and recommend is third-party tested, which is really important. It's clean, it's highly bioavailable, it's gentle on the gut, and it's enhanced with polyphenols for that extra antioxidant, which further helps with the recovery support. You know, I love like 5 birds with one stone. If you're doing one thing, if it helps with multiple things, that's always really nice. So that is something that I recommend, you know, the creatine, not only for people who are actively strength training, but also for women in menopause, perimenopause, people losing weight who need to protect their muscle, anyone concerned about aging, strength, and the brain health. And oftentimes, if you're doing all the right things and you're still like really sore for a long time, this can really be a sign that you need that creatine for support. So you guys are more than welcome to reach out to me. I'm happy to share the link with you with my favorite one. It's really great. And number 2, I actually did a little show and tell today. I brought it with to show you guys my favorite thing that I use at the office and at home, like every day. I use this thing. I would say if there is one tool in my tool belt that I use like more than anything else, it's this red light, because it also has near infrared, NIR. So those are 2 types of wavelength that really help. And red light therapy is so amazing because it's great for recovery, but you can use it for so many things. Again, 25 birds with one stone with this beauty right here. And so when you're using red light therapy with the near infrared as well, it increases your mitochondrial function, which is how your cells function, and that thus improves your ATP production. It reduces inflammation, it increases blood flow and circulation, and it supports tissue repair and healing. It's also great for when you're sick, like my everyone in the family has one, so whenever the kiddos are sick, it goes right over the throat, right over the lymph nodes, right over the chest. If you have a cough, you literally can put it everywhere. It's so healing. And I love that it also has the near infrared, because that is a bit stronger wavelength, so it goes much deeper. So it can go much deeper into the muscles, the joints, the organs, the nerves, even to the bone, like if you hurt, it to help with healing and recovery there. So I'll often use this on sore muscles after workouts. I always like to wait a day to see where I'm sore, to see if I did it right, to see if I did the workout right, to see, yep, that's where I should be sore. Oh, or I forgot about that muscle. But then if it's continuing, I'll often use something to help me recover faster. I'll use it on injured or tight areas. Like I have scoliosis. So I have this one spot in my back right where the curve starts, and oh my goodness, will that get tight and really cause me a lot of pain? And I'll put the red light right over that. I'll use it on my shoulders, my neck, my back. I'll put it right over my liver, right over my thyroid. There's been so many great studies on Hashimoto's and the red light therapy and how it can heal the thyroid and reverse that issues. I'll put it right over my ovaries if during ovulation and I'm having a little pain. I put it on my face for that collagen and skin health. And then one of my favorites is right on the back of my neck. You guys, that's where the vagus nerve comes. And of course, the vagus nerve goes to our whole body. But that is what really helps regulate our nervous system and engage our parasympathetic, which is our rest or digest, which you guys hear me talk about a lot. We talk a lot about on the show here, is that, we're in that sympathetic fight or flight. Well, if at the end of the day, you put a little red light over the back of your neck, right where the vagus nerve, the main part where it's coming out, oh, you get so calm and relaxed. It's so beautiful. And so this isn't just about the recovery piece. This is also about your cellular signaling. So you're telling your body, hey, it's safe to heal, it's safe to repair, and it's safe to build. And so then when your recovery improves, your muscles improve as well. And so I just feel like this is one that you can just add in, and you want to get the best one, you guys, because these can be little EMF hubs and not, great quality, and you have to do them for longer period of times. This is so powerful that 12 minutes is a session. And so, they're not cheap, but this is just something that I saved up for. And now I was finally able to get a link to share with my people, and $260 off. So if you guys have been thinking one or it's on your list, reach out to me and I'll get you that coupon. And there's a sale going on for Valentine's Day for a little bit more of that self-love, and it's even more savings. So reach out if a red light's been on your to-do list, and I'll get you what you need. And number three, the third thing that I love to do for muscles is whole body vibration therapy. I specifically like the power plate. It's on the website. You guys seen me post about it. And this one is incredible, you guys, because when you are doing stretching or some simple strength training on a machine that is also vibrating you, and not the ones, I think, Jim, were they from the 80s or the 90s, that those belts that you would strap on and they would just like kind of shake you?
Oh, yeah. A collector's item.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that those are probably fine, but this is a little bit different. It's a harmonic frequency, so that when you're on there, it is stimulating your muscle fibers and creating neuromuscular activation. It also supports bone density, circulation, lymphatic flow, your gut healing. And so when you are standing on that, squatting on it, doing a plank or stretching, your muscles are firing in a reflexive type way. And so you don't have to do intense things to get really powerful results. And my favorite thing is that 30 minutes is like the equivalent of working out for an hour and a half. Like, where else can you do that? Where you can like work out, but it counts for more. Like, not very many things you can do where you get that benefit. So I really love that. So I also love it too when patients haven't worked out in a while and they're kind of, a fancy word for out of shape is deconditioned, I have there. Uh, a nice word for saying, yep, you're out of shape. Sometimes this can be a nice place to start in if you're it's been a while since you've done things. It can help with those who are recovering from injury or anybody who can't really tolerate high impact workouts. So that's really great. And so if you combined this, and I always like to point out, so there's vibration plates all over social media right now, like where you see people on these plates and their body is like shaking vigorously, like everything is shaking. And that's not what the power plate. So if I were to record myself doing the power plate from a distance, you wouldn't even be able to tell my body is shaking because it's that harmonic frequency. When you're using a harmonic frequency, the vibration is smooth, it's predictable, it's rhythmic, it's in sync with your body and how your nervous system naturally moves, and it allows it to not overwhelm your nervous system. I mean, I don't think that those crazy ones you see on TikTok and Instagram are like necessarily bad per se, but like it's I don't love it. I don't love how it's violently shaking your body. So this is the one I prefer, and they make all different ranges for at-home ones. You don't have to get the super fancy one, but the power plate I feel is again something maybe you save up for and you get the best because it has that healing harmonic frequency. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys so you kind of know, like, don't just go get the $25 or $50 one on Amazon. Save up a little bit longer and get the good one that's really going to create healing in your body. And I've even had patients reverse osteoporosis. It's so stimulating to the bone as well. So that's really powerful. So when you look at this and you look at, combining creatine with red light and near infrared and whole body vibration therapy, you are really, really supporting your body. And I'm here to help you guys. I can share the link for the creatine. I can share the coupon for the red and near infrared. No coupons for purchasing the InBody, but I do have it up in my office. And I was so excited to tell everybody that if you're local, any therapy that you get in February at the office, you can add on red light and near infrared and whole body vibration therapy for no charge. So if you're doing any other therapy in the office, you can be like, hey, today I want to add on the red light and the near infrared. Hey, and I want to add on the whole body vibration therapy. And so that is so great. I want you guys to be able to experience these things and try them. And I have them right at my office. So you can add those on to any therapy that you are doing in the month of February for no additional charge so that you can experience it and see what it's like. And also if you guys need help figuring out how to layer these things into your routine and what works best for you, you guys can always reach out. You can always call or text we've apparently been having some issues with our phone. We're trying to get it figured out, but text messages, so that calling is a hit or miss. Unfortunately, we're trying to get it figured out, but you can always text 906-829-0500. You can also email info@drlinzi.com. So that's info@drlinzi.com with any questions or any of the links that you're wanting. And so that could be helpful. But I was thinking of even you, Jim, with your back, of putting this right on. I know sometimes those spasms happen and you are doing all the things. Put that red light right over. I'll have to bring it every Wednesday and you can just stick it right on your back.
It's very interesting that you mentioned that, Dr. Linzi, because as you know, I like to take notes.
Yeah.
When I have my acupuncture done
Yep.
at the VA Medical Center
Yep.
over in Iron Mountain, They actually use
Red
a
light.
light therapy on my back while the
While the
acupuncture.
needles are in.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So no, it's very people. She doesn't make this stuff up. And I also wanted to kind of go back here. When you're talking about the plate,
Yeah.
seniors, people in advanced age, this
Yeah.
is something that would
Oh
probably
my
really.
gosh. It's amazing because and what's nice is that you can get ones that have a handle so
Sure.
you're not like putting yourself, because it's also just standing there, there's a little bit of movement and then there's the vibration, which isn't too crazy,
Sure.
but just enough where one of the biggest things as we age is our balance,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And so if you are stimulating all those muscles that help with your balance, I mean, it is helping. I mean, I have, a couple, 75, 77. I think I even have an 80-year-old who comes in and does it and she loves it because she feels so good, but it's movement that she can do and it's nice and safe.
Exactly.
But I also have like a couple 30-year-olds who are like super fit and like, next level fitness and they love it. So it's like it covers all ranges.
Some of us who are a little bit more familiar with the harmonic frequencies of life.
Yes.
You mentioned that. Is this programmable? Can this frequency be adjusted to other needs?
Well, yeah. So
the kidneys, the livers, they have different.
So they don't have. It's not that. I wouldn't say it's that specific. Where like you can do like all. Frequency is
Sure.
so powerful, but there is a range of how you want to stimulate the muscle.
Right.
So there is a range of like 5 different settings for if you want more of the deep stretch or if you're going to be using the bands or the weights and activating the muscle for the strength part versus the stretch part.
Sure.
So it'll go to that degree of changing the frequency. I wish. Ooh, we gotta like find one or develop one. Like I would like to support my liver and my heart cells today, and put that frequency in and go to town. Oh gosh, that would be amazing.
The what do they call it? The Terra frequency, the Earth frequency. Yes. If you can get into balance with that.
Oh yeah.
So no, folks, if you ever get a chance to talk to Dr. Linzi in person about this, she gets very excited.
I do. Well, you know which one you could do for the Earth frequency?
Which one?
Is you could do while you're doing the power plate. Now you really got me thinking. While you're doing the power plate, turn on your phone because I have a little holder for your phone on the power plate. An Om meditation. Oh. Because the Om. Yeah. Is the frequency of the Earth.
Yeah. See, folks, you see all those old Chinese movies, and they're all going. Boom.
They figured it out a long time ago.
Oh yeah, of course. Now, see, part of my problem when I was growing up, I did kind of learn about this, but I was sitting there going, cheeseburger. Dr. Linzi, fascinating stuff, folks. If you're following us there on the X Files, I've got I put up Dr. Linzi's last YouTube video.
Oh, thank you.
And of course, you can find her through the Facebook there on Dr. Give them all that telephone number again so they can get in touch with you and all the good, the good stuff.
And if it doesn't go through because we're trying to get things straightened away, you can always text. The text will go through. So it's 906-829-0500. Also, email is guaranteed to go through at info@drlinzi.com. That's info@drlinzi.com. And I want to encourage you guys this week, because I always like to give you a little encouragement, to really not always make creating the conditions for health a priority in your life. And I encourage you to intentionally support your muscles and your recovery this week, okay? So either take some of the tips that I gave you, or if it's been on your list, maybe since the beginning of the new year, some things you wanted to do and you've been not doing it, I encourage you to do that and to really just trust your body, trust nature, and trust the incredible wisdom that God has built into your design to be the best version of yourself. Right?
Dr. Linzi, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Right. I'm already looking forward to next Wednesday.
Okay. See you later.